Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine you're just, running errands, maybe grabbing some groceries at Walmart, and then just completely out of nowhere, chaos. Today, we're taking a deep dive into exactly that kind of incident, a recent, really shocking event, and it happened in such an everyday place, a major retail store. So, our mission here is to cut through the noise fast, get the key facts straight. We want to understand the immediate impact, both human and official, and, maybe most importantly, pull out the surprising elements from the source material we've looked at. The goal is you walk away from this deep dive really understanding what happened, beyond just the headlines. You get clear, valuable insights.
That's right. We're focusing specifically on the stabbing spree. It happened at a Walmart in Traverse City, Michigan. That was July 26, 2025. And the sources we've gathered, they give a concise but remarkably detailed picture. It was definitely a complex and, frankly, a deeply unsettling event.
So let's start right at the beginning. The incident itself. What the sources lay out is this. A 42-year-old man, Bradford James Gille. He just walked into the store and, well, began a random stabbing spree. It's that kind of sudden, unprovoked violence that just makes you stop, really makes you think. And the immediate human cost. Just devastating. 11 people injured in this attack. And what really gets me is the age range of the victims, from 29 all the way up to 84 years old. That count includes a Walmart employee, too, who was just doing their job. Now, initial reports, understandably, sounded grim. 6 people critical, 5 serious. But, and this is really important, a crucial update our sources confirm, thankfully, all 11 are now expected to survive.
That is good news. A glimmer of hope, like you said.
Yeah, it really is, amidst something so awful.
And what's striking is how the legal system responded, how quickly and how severely. Giselle's been charged with 1 count of terrorism and 11 counts of assault with intent to murder. That combination, especially the terrorism charge, is not something you see in every violent incident.
Right. What does that terrorism charge specifically imply here?
Well, in a domestic context like this, it usually signals an intent beyond just the immediate physical harm. It suggests an aim to intimidate or coerce the broader civilian population, to create widespread fear. So it really frames the impact of the crime much wider than just those 11 injured individuals.
Yeah.
It recognizes that broader societal shock.
That makes sense. A powerful legal statement. So what about the individual, Giselle? What do we know?
The sources tell us he's from Afton, Michigan. And this wasn't his first encounter with the law. Not by a long shot. He has a documented criminal history. Past convictions include both assault and controlled substance violations.
Okay, so a history there. And now, amidst all this really difficult, unsettling stuff, there's this other part of the story. And honestly, it's pretty inspiring. Our sources really highlight this incredible display of civilian courage. We're talking about people who are just there, shopping, going about their day. A Marine veteran, Derrick Perry. Him along with several other bystanders. They bravely stepped in. They actually confronted Giselle, helped subdue him before the police could even get there. Just think about that for a second. Pure chaos erupts, and ordinary people become the first line of defense.
Absolutely. And the significance of that bravery, it's huge. Law enforcement themselves publicly praised what they did, which tells you a lot. It really reveals something critical, I think, in those first moments of a sudden crisis. That localized, brave action by people right there, it can be the most effective initial response. It can genuinely reduce the harm before the official cavalry arrives. It's just an amazing example of, well, unexpected resilience.
Truly remarkable, just incredible. So after the incident, the response from authorities, from the community, it seems like it was swift. Coordinated. Walmart, obviously the location. They've been fully cooperating with investigators, giving them everything they need. The FBI is also involved now, lending their resources, their expertise.
Federal assistance.
Yeah. And you had figures like Governor Whitmer, other officials quickly condemning the violence, but also, importantly, offering full support to the victims and to the whole Traverse City community, which must have been just completely shaken.
Definitely. And that brings us to something challenging with these kinds of random acts. The why. The motive. Right now, based on the investigation as it stands, there's no clear motive identified. The belief, largely, is that this was an isolated attack, not tied to any bigger group or ideology.
So just random.
It appears that way. And that raises a really tough question, doesn't it? What can we actually learn when the motive stays hidden? The lack of a clear why in something so public, so random, it highlights a disturbing truth. Some violence just seems to defy easy explanation. which makes preventing it incredibly difficult. So the focus shifts, right, to rapid containment like we saw with the bystanders, and then to building community resilience afterwards. Of course, they're still digging. Surveillance footage, witness statements, that's all being meticulously reviewed. It's an ongoing process.
Right. Still a lot to potentially uncover. So, okay, bringing it back to you, the listener. What does all this mean? I think this deep dive really shows the value of getting a quick, clear understanding of these complex, unsettling situations, especially when they happen in places we all know, places we all go. It's kind of shortcut, right? To being informed about the crucial details, yes, but also those surprising moments, like the heroism, and understanding the official responses that kick in.
Yeah, exactly. And if we connect it to the bigger picture, the key takeaways are pretty clear. First, the specific harrowing details of what happened that day. Second, that powerful, immediate example of civilian bravery, right in the face of extreme danger. And third, the ongoing complex nature of the investigation, even with those serious charges already filed. Ultimately, I think it just underscores how vital community vigilance is and the huge impact of rapid, courageous response when the unexpected happens.
So here's something to think about as we wrap up. What stands out to you most about that immediate human response in situations like this one? And how do these acts of unexpected heroism, like what Derrick Perry and the others did in Traverse City, how do they shape how we understand these events that seem so random, so unpredictable?